Hello there, my name is Scott. Welcome back to Disco Elysium. Last time we were going to chat with Klaasje to get more information.
It's a fine day for questions.
So we're going to ask her to continue on asking about what really happened, and we're going to ask these questions to get the truth out of her again, see what else we can learn about what happened to Lily. Let's see here. Did you kill Lily? What? She gathers the last visions of her strength. Why would I put myself through this insanity? Get myself cornered like this? There's a silence. The wind picks up. He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that, but I would never hurt him. All kinds of crazy things happen when drugs are involved. Sweet, sweet drugs. I mean, downstairs people have this crazy that you killed him. I'm sad to hear that. They must have said in some fit of frustration or under pressure. They couldn't have meant it. I've talked to them after it happened. No one has implicated me. She's getting scared now. Of you, the downstairs people. All of it. It's okay if you did it in self-defense. I did not kill him to defend myself from rape. I told you before, that wasn't what happened. Well, drugs were an integral part of your relationship. Perhaps they contribute to its end? No, what does that mean? Do drugs make you aggressive? No, she shakes her head. People don't take drugs to kill each other. They take them to feel okay with each other. I thought you Revotrol people would be more enlightened on this. She pauses. I'm sorry, officer. I'm under some stress here. Excuse me. Okay, I'd like to answer you. I'd like you to answer some other questions, miss. Like what? She waits, her light brown eyes wandering over the floor, over your face. Could the people after you have killed him? That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break. And? I thought they'd found me. They'd killed him to punish me. All last week I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone. She looks at her cigarette. So they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me. That probably didn't. Or I don't know anything anymore. All I do is wait here. She looks at the table. We can't go after Luskap. Not yet. But rather as Satan leads. I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know is that you'll get nothing from there. Why'd you call the cops if you're hiding? Because I'm an idiot? The answer comes fast. Which is an indicator of truth. I'm not going to disagree with you. You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. Then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him. Her jaw is clenched, her throat moves. Takes all her strength not to cave in and sob once. Just one time. He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. She shakes her head. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Revotrol. Okay, when was the window changed? Point to it. Last week. Angus and Tyler's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it. She takes a drag. You should have another look at the window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there. Yeah, my room inside? Excuse me. Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye. Okay, I think we're done here for now. She nods silently, then picks up the cold cotton holds in her hands. Okay. Alrighty, so we got the information there. Now, the next part is we need to see if we can get we need to find where Ruby is, and the only way we have to do is we have to make Titus give up their location. Gonna be tight-lipped for this. With to fully explored, have you fully explored the wording, analyze the side of the murder, truly and thoroughly interrogate Klaasje. All this might make them convincing easier. I don't have all those yet. I'll have to go back. Oop. Alrighty. Let's see. The window was changed recently, right? The window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo. What happened here? There we go. Successful check. Alrighty, what happened here? The golden light melts away in blue glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on a single bed. But what position are they in? Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. Okay. It's the night of March 4th and the shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth. Ray cast from somewhere outside entering his brain, ending him. Where does it come from? From the roof, outside, location A prime. The glass fractures on the bullet hole shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back. Ooh, corona. Have a look. Let's inspect the ghostly figures. The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than realization. Let's have a look at the point A, the roof. The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. Shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely the origin of points. Shouldn't there be gun residue outside? There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. It was more than a week ago. So I'm what, 80% sure the roof is where the shot was made from? 72%. The weapon that's good for medium range, like a rifle or sports pistol, this is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting a fish in an aquarium, a well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness. Too busy with their own bodies. Could the shot have come from inside the room? A closer point? Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures will be wiped out, detective. Are there any arguments against A prime, the roof? None that you found thus far, but doesn't mean there aren't any. Could there have been another point of origin further away? That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes a possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible port of origin in Martinez? Let's actually have the radius to include all of Martinez. We need a map for that. A map of Martinez. Hey, where do I get a map of Martinez? The Bookstore. They have maps. Lieutenant looks closer. Taking what if the shot didn't come from the red? Yes. Good. We should come back with a map and compare the landscape to the radius of the shot. Okay, let's see what we can. Maybe this might help out. We can at least know who might have committed murder. Though to be honest, I wonder how much it will cost us to get the map, because I am low on cash. Very low on coin. Before I exit, let me just... So we'll check the bookstore. I believe the bookstore is next door, if I'm correct. This the place?
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
A young girl with chubby red cheeks waves at you, smiling. Her nose is also red from the cold. Hello.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
She stomps her feet to feel warmer. Not really. Before I'm gonna take off that.
Hello again, sir. Are you interested in a new and exciting book this time?
What kind of store is this anyway?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
CRBFP? Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold your horses, little girl. I mean, I as a person know. I double because I know all these things. You're fooling nobody. I said I know all of these things, and I do, goddammit.
Are you okay? You've been standing here silently for a while now.
Yeah, I mean, I know what those things are. I know what a book is, I know what a board game is, I know what a other stuff is. Like, there's no need to like have to be funny over there. But anyway, is it okay if I ask some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What's your name? My name is Annette, sir. My mom here is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside, minding her register, or organizing the stock. The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts her eyes wide as if recalling something. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. And you're standing out here in the cold because... Oh, I'm signaling that the store is open, she nods eagerly. Otherwise people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counter. She covers her face, smiling, but she's cold. I mean, you're cold. Can I help in some way? Kind of you to offer, sir. She doesn't know what else to say. What could you do to help her, anyway? I should have a word with the store owner, maybe. Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help my mom by luring in customers. She stands upright and smells like a little soldier. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle that will keep warm. Shouldn't we be at school or something? I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mom keep this place running. Isn't going to school more important than this? Mom says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mom says a proper worker is dutiful, and that's how you get ahead in life. You succeed. There's stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette. How's the business going then? Oh, Mom says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first, just talking about this house being... She looks over her shoulder. Cursed. Behind her, the window has been boarded up. She says the board's creaky, twisting for a second. Some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders. Cursed? In what way? Cursed in a way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. If they all go... She's looking for the right word. Bankrupt? Exactly. But we've been doing fine so far. This sounds rather serious. I should probably look into this. Narrow her eyes and look through the creaking boards on the window. We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case, but I don't see much more to look into here. Lieutenant makes a note in the notebook. Yes, she chirps. Please look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games are there. What do you know about the other four failed businesses? Nothing really, sir. My mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. She looks a bit disappointed. I don't really know what's there. How does this curse manifest itself then? It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about whether it's appropriate to stand out in freezing weather. Fine. I'll show you. The girl looks back and forth between you two. Anything else you want to talk about, sir? Stroke your chin. Enough about the curse. For now. Anna looks at your prickly chin. Does distinctly contrast with the oily mutton chops that surround it. Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead? What is this crime business? Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals. Well, why would anyone want to read about crime? It's assigned to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things, and it's kind of like a puzzle, where you can guess who the criminal is or how the good guys are going to catch him. I'm a policeman myself, by the way. You look like much like a policeman. She examines you as if to find something policeman-like. Huh, what does a cop look like then? I didn't mean to offend you, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just like, you don't look like Dick Mullen. Points to a book cover in which you see a strapping Vespertine officer who stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. It's not your body that's important in police work anyway, it's your... point to your head. Head! Yes! No, it's your soul, your blue soul! No, your resilience. Soul, that Mullen guy looks like a gentleman who could respect that face. It's not even drawn correctly, he lacks soul. She examines the illustration of Dick Mullen attempting to find a soul. I'm not sure I understand. A policeman's gotta have the right stuff, an ingrained sense of the law. No one would follow a weakling like Mullen. If you say so, sir, she smiles mischievously. He's just a fictional character, he's no match for your soul. Maybe you can show me some real police work. Sir, the cover image of Dick Mullen seems to stare at you with harsh disapproval. Like in the books. Yeah, sure. Okay, I'm gonna do something now. We have a composed 97% chance, we have a plus 10 success. The girl keeps her hands folded hidden. Why is that? Hey, why do you keep your hands folded? What do you mean, sir? She looked wary. She knows where this is going. You can show them to me. She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. Lieutenant stands by looking at the two of you with little interest. A facade of true professionalism. He is far more intrigued by the situation than his poise remains. It's okay. She brings out her reddened hands. Her nails are frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh. You bite your nails? And you know this from me keeping my hands folded? She shoots you a suspicious glance. Yes. Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do any easy deduction like that. Her eyes flash with defiance. She's not impressed. Want more? You think so? Fine, do better. Do something about me. You're quite sober. She sounds back quickly. Lieutenant does not flinch the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He says not flinch. He takes effort. I'm also sad. My head hurts. I'm sorry, sir. She looks in the eye, sympathy gleaming in her face. I hope things get better soon. There she stands, swaying on her feet, salted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar somehow. What are you missing here? Why does it feel familiar? Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so often because you've talked before. Hang on. So you know me? We met before? Yes, I stand in the spot all the time. She sways back and forth on her feet. You've been running around all week without your shirt on, sir. Telling people about being a star or something. I don't really understand who those stars are. Did I ever talk to you? Oh, of course, you stopped by a few times. She looks at you intently. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you. What do you mean better? I look like shit. Yeah, but you don't have party eyes anymore. Lieutenant slowly, ever so slowly, realizes something. Party eyes. Yes, of course, that makes sense. I'm not surprised children have seen you running around with party eyes on, he thinks. Not at all. Party eyes? You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed. She giggles at the thought. It certainly looks odd on a man. The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict, that's what she meant. You were probably gurning too. Fuck yeah, you should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy. Now, the girl doesn't know what she's talking about. Forget about this. Don't leave us hanging like that, man. Open yourself to the experiences of the world. Expand your consciousness with amphetamines. So why didn't you tell me you knew me to begin with? I didn't know I had to. She looks puzzled. Thanks. I've learned something about myself today. I'm glad I could help you, sir. She smiles a wide, helpful smile. I'm getting some free XP out of that. What's romance? Oh, it's a type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man. She smiles at the thought, perhaps imagining herself in the situation. Or they could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about a man in the lady business, sir. Well, about poor men getting a rich lady. It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process, or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something. Type C. Those are unhappy books, for most pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end. Well, what about when both the men are bad? These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that. Well, what if it's written really well? Well, maybe that's fine. Maybe the lady then decide not to pick either because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting. What about when everyone's poor? That's really not a proper romance story. It's more like an everyday life. Sometimes you have to write about real life things. Well, not romance books, sir. There are about nice and pretty people, and everyone's happy in the end. Oh God. Okay. But what about a book where the man-lady business doesn't work out at all? I have read many of those. Maybe we should ask Mom? Maybe I will. I'm sure she can help you out. She smiles wide. Anything else you're curious about? That's enough romance for me. I had other questions. Maybe some other books? She rubs her chilled nose with her fist. Okay. Who are these famous people? Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them. She scratches her cold reddened cheek and then continues, I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame. Can I become famous by reading one of these books? Excuse me. Oh, I don't know about that, but I imagine life is great when you're famous. They're all dorks. Oh, these famous people sound like a bunch of dorks. And his expression remains ever so helpful, but she doesn't say anything. Never mind, I literally had nothing else to say. Okay, she looks at you with her wide eyes. Okay, bye. See you around later. Or Auntie, or however you say that name. Now let's go inside the bookstore and purchase ourselves a map, or try to get one at least. At least we like to talk to strangers. Seems to be a nice place here, actually. Old sports magazines tucked away in a dark corner. The book collects the national receipts of Arda. They're all about Lake Trust. I believe this is the owner, I think. It's over here. Give the book some molten candy. Alrighty, well, here's our, this is Policia?
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance.
A Plaisance. The clerk sends a greeting. You have one long neck, miss.
Be welcome. And please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Her face looks powdery and pained from all the makeup. Ah, so you're the owner of the store?
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Her voice is high-pitched as if to give it more penetration. Ooh. Your daughter is the one standing outside the store, right? Anita, yes. My daughter. I hope she wasn't stacking up again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl? Yes, of course. Wonderful. Did you talk to her? Yes. Ah, great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her? Our opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store. 5. I felt... No. I'm not gonna grade a human being. I don't do that. Come now. It's not personal. It's about the proper sales practices and market research. She crosses her arms. I expect an answer. Oh, she's a douche. 5. I felt some interest, to be honest. I guess it's better than nothing, she shrugs. She'll have to try harder next time. Well, the way you're handling her strikes me as wrong. Oh, mind your own business, sir. Her posture becomes very rigid. In our society, people don't get to tell each other how to raise their children. It's none of your or anyone's business. Well, this pressure has made her anxious. You know she's been chewing on her nails? God, I've told her not to do that. It's disgusting, and I told you to mind your own business. Her voice is firm. Clearly, you have no idea how hard it is to raise a girl in this economy. But this economy is a mysterious force like cosmic weather, mysterious and harsh. Well, I don't think she can do anything about it. She can if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy, life doesn't give breaks. Come on, man. Mom. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You're placing an unnecessary burden on your young child. What you're doing is wrong. Even I know that, and I usually don't know anything. She stands stiff and severe, silently fuming. Then her seconds pass without change. All of a sudden she exhales sharply, her shoulders slammed down. No, she mutters. Hold on, I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there. There, she returns with a nod. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All the stress. She stops, but her mouth keeps moving. It sounds like both the husband and the mother treat her the way she treats Anita. Well, you're like Anita to your husband. And your mother. Oh, she nuzzles her glasses nervously. Well, my mother was horrible, of course. Absolutely perverse energies around that person. But my husband... She shakes her head. My husband is completely different, of course. Is his husband Anita's father? Oh, well, yes. My husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here, she says gloomily. No matter, soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne. Wait, Grand Couronne? What's that? It's a proper place to live, one of the most peaceful neighborhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it for its massive housing projects. Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. Her smile is wide. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times ahead for sure. Your husband's also involved with the bookstore? He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner. Is she an only child? Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... She paused for a second. No, we couldn't afford more children, really. Not in this economy. A glimmer of sadness blinks through the well-crafted exterior. Why not? We're quite busy people, you know, my husband and I. Quite busy. Her voice wavers a bit. Children are a lot of work. You don't look like a father, so I don't expect you to understand. She catches herself at an impoliteness. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sure you do understand. She told me she doesn't go to school anymore. Clinton nods. She's been too busy helping me here, so she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course. I assure you, I, of all people, understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off. Wow, okay. You are one... I do not like you, miss. I'm sorry. Alright, I had something else in mind, then. Conclude. The woman looks aloof, her features with much softer. Occasionally she has her doll's silhouette. What if I want to buy a book? Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to browse. Don't you feel compelled to buy anything? She fiddles with her pendant, then waves her bony fingers out at you. See those shelves there? Go. Be drawn. So what types of books do you have, then? Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. She turns her glasses. The shelves compel you, don't they? Alright, I'll take a look. She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved. Very well for now, book peddler. So, I need to find a map. So, let's go find a map. Map from Hedgemill's series. The display rack is brimming with warm paperbacks, featuring an extremely muscular sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all titles contain the word Heilmedal somewhere. Storekeep, tell me about the Muscle Man books. Oh, Man from Heilmedal, a very popular series of adventure novels. She looks at the book with some disdain. They're awfully immoral and violent books. Why are they so popular? Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do. Sounds good. Which one should I start with? What does it matter? They're all the same. She rolls her eyes, then fiddles with her pendant. However, the customer is always right, they say. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend the Hamandarman, the Man from Heilmedal. It's supposed to be a good start to the series. It's $9. I'm not gonna purchase that. Look through the display of books. Rows and rows of Heilmedalmen blur your vision. You make out some titles: Man from Heilmedal and the Man with Riders, Man from Heilmedal Return to Heilmedal, and the solipsistic Man from Heilmedal and the Heilmedal Man. Good God, how many are there? Maybe 100. Man from Heilmedal on the stage of the end of the world. Man from Heilmedal and the False God. Man from Heilmedal and the Scorched Earth. Man from Heilmedal the Heilmedal Colonies. Man from Heilmedal and the Swamp Beast. Man from Heilmedal and the Snow Crabs. The snow crabs are worse than they sound. Is that all? Not even close. Man from Heilmedal in Hell, Man from Heilmedal in the Forest of Slaves, Man from Heilmedal Under the Lake, Man from Heilmedal Burning. There's even the Trail of Death, a pastoral combat game book set in the world of Heilmedalmen, and so much more. Pinterest will do any of the books call out to me. Nothing of interest, only silence and the cosmic background and pain radiation. Alright, leave. I'm not interested in those books. Ugh. It must have been a horror to read through those. Hey kid, how you doing?
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now. I'm very busy with my homework. I have so much homework now.
You just can't win. What are you doing now? Math. She looks into her notebook with trepidation. It's really difficult. Like, really. They say you need to get rich. Better than standing outside in the cold, I guess. She suddenly shines and perks up and remembers something. Oh! I found something while you were away. What is it? I thought this would fit you. She gives you a hat. Almost exactly the one Dick Mullen wears out on the covers. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me, the city, I mean. Like a detective does. It's a fedora? Maybe. It's a hat Dick Mullen wears all the time. She grins with joy. You look way more serious with that. Suddenly she looks back at the infernal scribblings on her nose. Right, I have to get back to my homework now, before Mom notices. Man, this is hard. Okay, bye. See you around, Nita. Do we get a hat? Oh my god. Oh. Dick Mullen's hat. +1 to encyclopedia. If anything, this wide-rimmed hat looks even better than the hat Dick Mullen wears. Dick Mullen is stupid, not even you real. You're real. Your brain is real. Your real brain is inside a hat. Oh my lordy. Alright, I'm in love with this hat now. Alright guys, as much as I'd like to continue though, I am running out of time, so I have to end the episode here. Thank you for watching, guys. If you did like the video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, comment down below if you have questions. Until then, I'll catch you guys later in the next episode. See you there.